on some level, they're right. Owning or running a company or a team is inspiring to a younger generation, but if our daughters have the courage and grit to pick up that baton, don't belittle their efforts by saying it's pretty good for a girl. We don't call them girl doctors or girl lawyers or girl nominees for president of the United States of America. Those positions were hard fought to achieve, and they demand respect. So does this. Being a boss has been one of the greatest privileges and challenges of my life. Being a boss takes guts and tenacity. Being a boss takes hustle and strength. Getting to the level of boss takes hard work, oftentimes harder than it takes for our male counterparts because in many industries we're fighting our way into a boys' club. You might call that kind of person a rebel, a rogue, a leader, but there's nothing gender-specific about it. I bring it up now because I want to remind you that you do not need anyone's permission to be yourself, and you also don't need to conform and twist and rebrand your goal to make it more palatable for them. You don't need to present yourself in a certain light to be loved and accepted. The people who deserve to be in your life will care about who you, the real you, actually are, even if it takes some getting used to. Even if you're different from every other woman they know. Even if you're different from the woman they fell in love with. Be the kind of woman you want to be. Be the kind of woman who is proud to be herself. Be the kind of woman who has so much love inside her that she won't be tempted to change herself in order to get love from others. Be the kind of woman who focuses more on being interested than on other people thinking she's interesting. Be the kind of woman who laughs loudly and often. Be the kind of woman who is generous. No matter how much money is in your bank account, you have a wealth of resources to offer others. Be the kind of woman who spends a lifetime learning because knowledge is power, and those who think they know it all are often the dumbest among us. Be the kind of woman both your 11-year-old self and your 90-year-old self would be proud of. Be the kind of woman who shows up for her life. Be the kind of woman who understands that she was made for more. Be the kind of woman who believes that she is capable of doing amazing things in this world. Be the kind of woman whose own dreams make her nervous and then go ahead and do them anyway. Be the kind of woman who never asks permission to be herself. Behavior 2. Choose one dream and go all in. Here's the thing I believe about a goal that often annoys people. You can only focus on one at a time. You can only focus on one at a time. If I were allowed to put emojis into a nonfiction book, you better believe there'd be a little aggressive hand clap in between each one of those words. This one is aimed at all my dreamers who are like, I want to author a book, but I'm also a singer-songwriter, and I'm thinking about getting my real estate license, and I also want to work with homeless animals and start a charity to bring endangered species into senior citizens' homes to comfort the aged. No. First of all, even if your list isn't quite so elaborate, even if all the things on it support one another, even then, it's not going to be effective. If it were effective, it would have worked already. Secondly, that list isn't one filled with dreams. That is a list with some cool ideas. You need to understand the difference. When I say dream, I mean something you greatly desire. I mean that you're fantasizing about something and imagining what it would be like regularly. I mean that when you think about it, your heart beats faster and your palms get sweaty like an Eminem song. Mom Spaghetti. Many people won't get the Eminem joke I just made, but that's okay. 3 people did, and as long as someone understands my humor, that's all I care about. Back to the dream versus great idea thing. When people list off the 19 things they're dreaming of, my response is always the same. Which one makes you most excited? If you could choose only one of them to work on for the next decade, which would it be? If only one of them could be successful, which would you choose? The thing is, they always have one. Always. But they surround their single greatest dreams with a bunch of great ideas. They list out all sorts of possibilities because that way they can say it's all just for fun. That way their options are endless. That way, if chasing the dream becomes too difficult, they can quit and tell themselves it wasn't what they truly wanted anyway. See, if you only pick one dream, there is no plan B. If you want to take the island, burn the boats. If you want to actually achieve your dreams, you can only pursue one at a time. I believe completely in going all in on one single dream, and when you achieve that one, then you can move on to the next. But splitting your attention is splitting your focus and your energy, which means you're not likely to make much progress. When it comes to personal growth, women often approach it like a buffet. They want to work on a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They reason that all the areas of their lives are important, and so they should try to fix them all at once. Maybe that's possible for some people, but I can tell you what's worked for me, in contrast, is focus.